Hey everyone, Disappointed Giant here. So this run is a full 5BC survival run that I had on my hard drive from several months ago. And the reason why uploading this video here is we're doing a full commentated run with two very special guests, my friends Modesto and DanielSan. How are you guys doing today?
Hey DG, thanks for providing us with the gameplay. Hey Daniel, welcome back to a video, guys. And today we're just doing a triple collab.
Commander, I'm here! And thanks for the invite, guys.
It's perfect. It's perfect. This is already
So
everything
amazing.
I've ever wanted. This is already everything I've ever wanted.
Oh yeah, just the three of us
Yep.
doing a successful 5BC run.
Yes. And like I mentioned,
I love this death outfit.
yeah, the cold death is such a cool vibe. Love it.
It's a shame that you can't use heads on it.
That's right. So this is one of the outfits. So it's like what the death outfits, and then I think scarecrow outfits, and a couple other ones you can't use the heads on, right?
Yeah, I think the servants and pretty much all of the everyone is here outfits.
Oh yeah, all the ones that have like pre stuck on heads. Can't use those.
Yeah.
I thought you could do the bobby hat on it, but I'm not sure. I thought in the clean cut update you could use the bobby hat on the death outfits.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing that. It looks so bad.
Yeah, that's true, but I find it kind of funny that you can do that.
So this is funny. So since this was like I mentioned, this was an older video, I guess I paused at some point. Let me see if I can just skip ahead a little bit to get to the run. Here we go. So sorry about that,
yeah,
guys.
there we go.
Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's live television for you.
That's it, right? We unscripted, unplanned, right? Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Commando pause now.
Oh wow.
No.
So I'm already starting by getting the corrupted artifact so I can get an extra, was it 10,000 gold,
Oh.
I think is what it is. So
I never
this-
do that. I don't think it's worth it for me, but that's just me.
This is just so not worth it. Like 20 curse
Yeah.
for 10k gold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
If
especially
it was
that's-
10,
if it was
Go
like
ahead,
50,000 gold, I think that'd be worth it almost all the time, right? But this is
yeah.
this is a risky start. This is a risky start to the run
Yeah.
right off the bat,
Oh my god.
right? Oh my god.
Like even 20k would be enough.
yeah.
So Modesto, you don't like flawless, right?
Oh yeah.
You don't like it. I like it. I think it's a great weapon besides of that bug.
Yeah, the
Otherwise, I think
freeze.
it's pretty cool.
The
Yeah, the
freeze is
freezes are
just-
annoying.
But I do think it's like better used on survival.
Yeah, for sure.
And why do you
Because
guys?
I think it's too slow for combo.
I was just gonna say I like it on brutality because the combo percentage is higher since it does more damage, but you don't get the hits as quickly, so the combo meter goes up slower. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did have a lot of success with it, right? In the previous collab that we did.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, I remember.
We used that.
I remember we got the freeze bug too. I think it was in the prison depths or something. I remember I threw the war javelin or something, and then everything just froze for like 3 or 4 seconds or whatever it was. Yeah.
I still can't use that thing, the war javelin. I can't use it. I don't know how you guys can.
Man.
Oh yeah, the war javelin just. It is not. It is not. I feel like movement weapons are like. They need to be worth it. Because of the hassle that you're gonna have to go through, because it's not like switching from Hayabusa gauntlets to a blood sword. You know, if you're going to use King Scepter or War Javelin, you really need to put your mind into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that King Sector only video. I still think it's my best video that I did because I don't like the weapon very much, but I thought, hey, this is a challenge. And fighting conjunctivius with that, it's a pain.
Oh my god, that sounds brutal. That sounds so brutal.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember watching that, and I was like, dude, there's no way. Is he gonna be able to finish the
Yeah.
run? And then you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some deaths, I can tell you that. A lot of them, but
I
it was cool, I'm not gonna lie.
I was going over the videos that I have on the channel for the tier list, and I just realized there are some weapons that I really like, but I don't have a whole lot of videos of. And King Scepter is one of those. And then I remembered why. It's because I die so much using that weapon.
Well, it's like once you get
That's true, man.
if you get the legendary though, you get those invincibility frames when you're spinning. So for me, that makes that makes it so much more smooth to use. But it's fun though. It's a fun one just because, like you were saying, Modesto, like having to like think ahead with all these movement type weapons. Like it's kind of cool to put yourself in a different perspective instead of like Hayabusa gauntlets where you're just press and attack a bunch of times and just trying to move around. You know.
Yeah.
I think this is
what
where
do you guys think about meat skewer?
I was just gonna say I think this is where I recycle the tornado. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
yo, did you just
why did you do
recycle that tornado?
Why?
I think Daniel
Why
is recovering from a addiction.
Yeah.
For me,
recycling tornadoes.
I'm a tornado recycling addict.
It's like,
so yeah.
when you see a tornado, you just got to recycle it. Like that's it. There's no.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Oh, that's so funny. Meat skewer. I like meat skewer. I think it's interesting.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I like the movement of it. I feel like, I don't know, it's almost like a cross between sort of like a, I don't want to say like a Blade of Tonfus because that's different, but like you have to think about your movement, but then you almost get like a couple of quick like rapier type hits on the way back, getting those crits, you know? So it's like, it's interesting because you're like, hey, where am I going to end up if I use this? But then you also got to quickly pivot back and be like, I got to get those crits before the effect wears off. But I like it. I like it a lot. It's fun.
And there's the thing.
I like it a lot too.
I think you get a lot of iframes while using it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at least on the way through, you get iframes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's like, we take all the iframes we can in a game like this, right?
Yeah. You have it's the other game, Hollow Knight. You have a skill, Descended Dark. You get so many iframes, it's insane. Everybody use it instead of the dashing because you get more iframes.
Is that the skill you get from the soul boss up in like the top of the tower where you kind of slam down?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. First you get the white spell, and then you have to upgrade it to the dark spell.
Yeah.
And then,
okay.
Then you get a lot of
oh damn!
a lot of iframes. Yeah.
There we go.
It's so good.
Yeah. And speaking of other games, it looks like I'm taking the Castlevania route in this video.
Yeah.
And since this was,
what do you think about this biome?
So, I got very tired of it because on 3.4 there's nowhere to go. Right, you have to go through the outskirts, and then you have to go through Dracula's castle. And because both of the levels are structured in a way where even when there's randomness, it's still very similar. Like every time you go through the outskirts, you're doing the same thing. Every time you go through the castle, it's like a similar layout. So I got really tired of it. But now that with 3.5 there's the additional routing where you can come in and out of the Castlevania levels more, I'm finding myself that I'm enjoying them because I don't have to be stuck into a particular path, you know?
Yeah. For me, the exact same thing. I explained to my viewers why I never go there because I think it's a little bit boring. Just what you mentioned. So couldn't agree more.
And it's really nice that you can fight concierge now from Dracula's castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you kind of get used to the death boss fight, but it's still a bit difficult, I feel like, you know? Especially because you have less shops going through this area, like this route. On Dracula's castle, you usually just get like one shop. I'm not sure if it has changed to 2, maybe? On this update?
I think it's 1 still.
Yeah, right?
I think it's one shop and a food shop. I want to say. I think there's only one weapon or skill shop, if I'm remembering.
Yeah, and it's like it's a boss fight that we usually don't do a whole lot because once again the routing is kind of boring. I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
And since you don't do the boss fight that much, you're not used to doing it, and then you're also probably under geared because you only got one shop, and that makes it really difficult. And it's also so difficult to make it in time for the time drawer in this one. I don't know why.
I think we joked about this before, Modesto. It's like, unless you're on 0 BC and you're running fast to get through things, like this time door is so... the level's just too big for an 8-minute door. It just feels way too big, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And also the malaise in this biome is going fast in this biome.
Yeah.
Skyrockets.
It's true. And it's interesting. So,
also with Promenade.
Yeah, there's so many long corridors and things where there aren't enemies for a bit, where it just racks right up. Oh wow. Modesto, you were saying that there's only the one shop in Dracula's castle, but here, flawless bug right here.
There we go.
There it is. There it is. Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about.
My god.
Oh my god.
That's diabolical level generation right there.
Yep. That's brutal. What I was going to say is that I think there's 3 shops in the outskirts, right? I feel like there's the shop at the end of the long corridor that goes up on the right-hand side here, and I want to say there's like 2 more shops here, if I'm remembering correctly. So they give you
I think
that's the case,
right? Yeah, they give you a lot of options for lower level gear, but when you need the better gear, you only have one shop, and it might not be what you need, you know?
Yeah, I kind of think that's like a bit dumb, but yeah, there's 3 shops because there's like 2 open shops like in the air, and there's like 1 shop behind a BC door, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's the same with Arboretum and Promenade. I think those biomes has that as well.
Yeah.
Like, who buys stuff in the second biome over? You don't even have money enough to buy stuff from 3 shops.
Hey.
Like,
well, to be honest, when I'm doing the prison depth route, sometimes I buy a weapon because I find prison depth so hard instead of corrupted prison. I think that one is way easier. So sometimes a level 8 weapon is better than level 4 for that. So sometimes I do it.
And you can also do it too if you get the corrupted artifact in the first biome and you have extra money to spend.
Yeah.
Right?
Wouldn't it be nice if that happened?
Right. So I already. I bought the flawless level 6 in the prisoners' quarters. Because I was just looking at my gold. I said, wait, I only have 14,000 compared to the 27 or whatever it was before. But that's what it was. I think because I had extra money, I just said, hey, let me burn a few bucks here, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't even saw that. Yeah. I'm so excited. The 3 of us are together.
That's great.
Oh man!
I think it's a really good idea that you put on Berserker here.
What's that, Daniel?
Yeah, totally.
Berserker? Yeah, I think.
I think it's Berserker. I think that is underrated because it does a lot.
Yeah, especially earlier, because I feel like what you were saying with buying the weapon in prison depths, getting that level 8. I feel like especially here in the first couple levels, like the damage is just really high. So any sort of mitigation like this, especially against skeleton bones and stuff like that, is going to be super helpful.
Yeah.
And
those skeleton bones are annoying.
It's particularly effective against that. I think it's called the Doombringer, the new cursed mob that like they do a black smoke that curses you.
Yeah.
And they also stun you with an AoE thing. If you have Berserker, you don't get stunned by the AoE attack.
Oh, that's right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thank you very much.
it's so useful because that guy, you guys are gonna get a lot of that now that you're able to play this update. Yeah. That guy is responsible for so many hits on my runs that it's like, crazy. I get PTSD whenever I hear them mumbling around. I'm not even seeing them, and I'm already sweating.
Oh my god. Well, they hit you for what? They hit you for 5 curse, I think.
Oh no, it's the other one, the one that hits you for 2. Like they look like an old granny.
Oh, I understand.
With the bell.
Yep, I get you. Yep, and they're the ones that are talking, right? They're saying that the end is near and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I understand. Okay, I was thinking of I don't know the names of the enemies yet. I was thinking of the other one with the that shoots the skull out at you.
Yeah, that one is also really annoying.
Yeah.
They can do that attack really fast. The tap swipe.
Exactly.
You know, when it's really fast. I think I have a run where I'm on Dracula's castle. Okay.
I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm like, this is a mess. This is a mess. I think I think there might be food on the map that I'm going back to get. I wonder if that was my train of thought here.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, because I don't know why else I would be going all the way. Yeah. Oh, big food too. Oh, perfect.
Big food.
There we go.
The other reason why this map is so long is because there are not enough teleporters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Like there should be a teleporter there.
Yeah, and I feel like there should be teleporters closer to, like we'll see it here, like, yeah, so closer towards the top of the area on the left here. So that way there's almost like a half teleporter between this part and between the actual part with the elevator. Because I find myself, when I do play this level, having to go up and down these corridors like way too much.
Oh yeah. Backtracking in this level is crazy. And there are
I can always
like,
comment that I forgot
shortcuts.
things. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I always get comments that I forgot things, but sometimes I don't want to backtrack anymore. Like,
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, where it's like, hey, you missed a challenge rift at 9, timestamp 9 minutes,
Yeah.
and you're just like, yeah, I don't want to go back. This is my
I don't wanna go
Yeah,
back.
This is
I
my
know.
5th run of the day. I don't want to go back anymore.
Oh yeah, that's
By the
why
way, it
I
was a
started
cool parry that you
skipping.
did.
Thank you. Oh, with the skeleton there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I after taking so many hits, I think I took 3 or 4 of those hits in this biome. I didn't even want to go near it. I was like, let me just parry from back here and just get it out of the way.
See, so this biome is so big. Like 11 minutes. Sometimes you're leaving the optional biome at 11 minutes.
Yeah.
This biome is way big.
Yeah. And then the castle coming up I think is way too big too. I mean, I think as far as, being true to Castlevania, like the bone throwers, that's exactly what happened in the old game. So even though they do a ton of damage and it's a pain, like I respect that a lot. And the same thing here, like this castle feels kind of like Symphony of the Night style, where all of these rooms are interconnected and it's like one bigger piece as opposed to having like specific paths, if that makes sense. But it can be it can be a little tedious to try to get through, just to try to clear the whole map, because there are so many different ways to go and it's all just one big chunk.
Oh yeah, totally. And for example, like if you were to continue going right instead of like going up, and if you didn't activate the teleporter, you would have to backtrack so much to get back to this point.
Yep.
Because the teleporters, I'm not sure if there's anything that you can do about it. And it's something that I've been noticing on the Rogue Prince of Persia. I know it's early access and things can change, but I feel like backtracking is like so boring, man.
Yeah. So I think,
if only there was a way.
So what I do, I might be doing it here. I'll jump up to activate a teleporter and then like sort of like make my way. So even if I'm going to go down one of those longer central paths, I'll jump up to get the teleporter and then keep going, so that way I don't have to look at the map and say, oh my god, I have to travel halfway across just to get back again,
Yeah. You play so much smarter than me, man.
I do that.
I just
do that all
run
the time.
and see enemies, and that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, if it works, right?
Yeah.
And that's
I saw you got a good dual scroll.
Yeah, I think that might have been my 2nd or 3rd good duel of the run, actually. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I got one in Outskirts too. which is good because
because you have only one other one.
And it's good too since this is before you could get out of the outskirts. I'm missing that scroll from not going to prison depth, so it's good that I got an extra couple here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you also get like less. No, I think this gives the same amount of fragments as toxic sewers, but I think the Dracula's castle itself gives you one less scroll compared to other biomes.
True?
I'm not sure. We would have to look on the updated wiki map.
I don't know. It feels like it, but I never knew this. What you're doing right now?
Yeah, so I just
Like
do.
it feels like when you go through this route, you're always like underpowered. That's
Yeah.
the word.
Yep, definitely. I think there were times where I'd do this route and then I'd go to like Stilt Village and I would just because I just wanted to, after going through these longer levels, I just wanted to hurry up and get through the next biome. And since Stilt is so small, I was like, oh, this will be easy.
yeah.
But then you come up with like 2 less scrolls or whatever it is, and so it just feels even worse.
Yeah,
Worse,
totally.
You know.
I would just like to say, I left so much of that lion going to the other direction
Oh,
a couple seconds ago.
They make me so nervous, man.
it's
Those lions.
confused. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the mobs here, they're also really hard. I feel like maybe this was a bit this map was a bit like underdeveloped when you consider the early game route, because fighting those spinning guys as like your second or third biome is so annoying. You know, the big knights with a sword that spin?
Yeah, the big tornado knights. Like, that's a great point, because before you'd only see those in High Peak Castle, and I'm pretty sure they don't spawn from the Malays. I think they're one of the enemies that don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they don't spawn from the Malays, no.
And it's like it's a mob that you fight usually on lower BCs in the last biome in the game. You know, if you're playing on 0 to 4 BC, this is like late game mobs, and you're fighting them here without a proper gear, without all of their mutations. It's like so difficult.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting too, because I feel like, you know, with Castlevania being such a huge name, the fact that they made the Castlevania levels some of the hardest is interesting to me, because I feel like people who wouldn't play Dead Cells would get into it because of Castlevania, and then they come here and they just get rocked right off the bat. Like you're saying, they have to fight those spinny knights and then all of the balancing and the skeletons and stuff.
And
It was really funny that Inquisitor jumped down.
They're kind of suicidal,
He was like
right?
reading you.
Yeah. And one of the other things too about the enemies in the DLC, like I feel there's a lot of reskins compared to normal enemies, right? So I mean, like I think the harpies, so the flying harpies, the spinning boers, like those lion things, and the skeletons, those are all unique. But the bats are a reskin, those black wolves are a reskin, the armor knights are a reskin. So I feel like they kind of like copied and pasted a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it's because like Dead Cells was from the beginning based around, you know, Castlevania and roguelites, but I feel like they could have done a bit more mob wise for this biome.
And I think with the second castle, like if you come back here later, it's pretty much the same enemies, right? I don't think there's much of a change, or I can't remember. But
you get the Medusa.
I don't think those from High Peak Castle are here. I mean, this one they are, but the other one, the tornadoes.
Oh, they're I think they're
yeah, they don't appear.
Those aren't there.
They're with
They're only here, I think.
Aren't the demons in the castle instead? Right, the demons from the cavern.
Yeah, the demons.
Is that
are
what
in
it
the
is?
castle. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They always make me panic. I don't know why. I saw in the videos they're so easy to encounter. I always panic with them.
Another mind-boggling decision. They just it's like they switched up. The Tornado Knights should be in the later version of Dracula's Castle.
I agree.
Yeah, switch them up. Totally.
I agree.
Yeah. I wonder. I mean,
because they are harder.
Just trying to think about logistics, though. I mean, even like I said, even though these enemies you're basically under-leveled and under-scrolled and all that, because they already have a harpy and they already have a flying enemy in this level, I wonder if they wanted to have a more stationary, even though they're stronger, like have a more stationary enemy in those Tornado Knights instead of having, for the first time through, having the demons and the harpies in the same black, you know?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
And there could be the other thing where we've been 5 BC players for the longest time, and maybe those guys don't spawn on lower BCs.
Oh,
I don't know.
The demons?
Yeah.
Or the Tornado Knights.
I know. Oh, you mean in Dracula's castle? Yeah, that's I don't know.
Yeah, in Dracula's castle.
I have no idea. That's a great point. I have no idea.
It's been
I also
so
have
long.
no idea.
Yeah.
Since
So
we've
if
been
someone
playing
knows-
5 BC,
Yep.
Put it in the comment section. Thank you.
just let us know.
That's a great. Yeah, put it in the comment section. Great idea, dude. All right, so it looks like I'm using the Hunter's Grenade to get probably the Bow and Endless Quiver. I would assume is the
Oh my God.
is the last one in here.
0.04. Yeah.
That's probably it.
I forgot those guys
There we go.
shoot 2 arrows
Yeah.
when they're elite.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much.
That legendary
between-
is so cracked, man. The Bow and Endless.
Oh yeah, all the extra damage that
Nobody
you get.
talks about it.
Yep.
Nobody talks about it. When you talk about overpowered legendaries, everybody's talking about Flint. How do you call the other one? Lance. But that one is also so freaking good, in my
It
opinion.
is.
Especially against bosses.
Because what is it? Every
the-
every arrow that hits gives you an extra 10% damage. Is that what it is?
I thought
Or
10%,
something like that?
yeah.
Yeah, but that bow
Yeah.
can fire
Yeah.
pretty quick too. So you're getting like 30-40% like after a half a second or after a second or whatever it is.
And you have infinite ammo
Yeah.
with that bow.
Yeah, if you're able to stack it. And the other one is I might be misremembering the name, but the quick bow.
Yeah.
The one that crits when the enemies have like 3 or more arrows stuck on them.
Yep.
The legendary version is also insane. You get infinite ammo for as long as you're critting.
Oh.
Oh, that's the
Okay.
new. That's right. That's the new legendary affix.
Yeah.
It returns ammo if you crit. Is that what it is? Right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, also, I don't want to spoil stuff for you guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
No, go ahead.
That's
Go
fine,
ahead.
dude. Yeah,
you
that's
might you might wanted to like experience that for yourselves.
That's
I'm gonna
Also,
try
by the
that one
way,
out.
Well, I'm glad they
nice
fixed it.
60.
Yeah, so I got a 60 and I got a triple good necklace too. So I'm coming into death with, I think I go in with 16. Yeah, I think I go with
that's a
16.
good one.
16 is nice.
So yeah, so you get a triple good necklace and then 2 or 3 good dual scrolls. So I feel like it almost evens out, but my HP is very low right now for a survival run. This is like tactics HP right
Yeah.
now.
It is.
How many do you have? Yeah. 1500?
16.
Just one off
Yeah.
color.
Oh,
and because of the
And
way
it's in
that
the wrong
low.
color.
I was just gonna say, because of the way that the amulet was, I took tactics instead of brutality, so I would have like a little bit more
Yeah.
HP, you know. And
Yeah.
then with that, I'm assuming I left that double damage death orb in there, so that way I could grab it after I cleared out and after I used the hunter's grenade, so I could just leave. And I think I'm gonna re-roll double damage here. I'm pretty sure, but
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah.
Pest.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Pest disappointed giant.
I know.
Please.
That's like the craziest thing is just not, you know, I played this whole run, and again, I think this was, I don't know when it was, might have been March or something, I don't remember, but to not remember what happens is really interesting. It's almost like it's like I blacked out and I'm like, wait a second, where am I? Like what's going on here? You know?
Oh boy, that's good.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it looks like I'm pivoting to a
okay.
I have the HP for it, so I might as well pivot to a tactics build, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. What else am I
Here
gonna
we
do?
Can you you guys
Yeah,
tell me what is up
unfortunately, no
with the
turrets.
Armadillopack hate? Is that
Oh,
a
yeah,
meme or
people-
is it real? Is it real or is it just a meme that people hate it?
That's a great question. I feel like Armadillopack is something like the cards, or something that's kind of like a maybe some people see it as a crutch, because you just get such
Baseball
a
bat.
yeah baseball bat's
Yeah.
another one where you just see it as like it's a lot of result for a little bit of work. But that's why I like it. This game's hard sometimes, man. Sometimes I just want to roll and not not have to worry about parry timing, you know.
Yep.
I love it so much in Toxic Sewers and Asian Sewers with all the disgusting worms. You can just roll and you have a lot of bombs.
Yep.
Who doesn't like that?
And that's
And having parry shield.
oh, so I think there's
Yeah.
a little bit of lag in this death fight. I noticed a few drop frames here, and I remember, I don't know if you guys experienced this, but sometimes death will like really drop. It'll go down to like 10 or 20 frames per second. So just letting you guys know, if you do see a little bit of lag, it's not the video, it's the actual gameplay itself. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
you
wonder
used
if
to
that's
play
like
PlayStation
a-
5 version, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I have that sometimes too. So
Okay.
Dude,
It's a pretty
this is
good.
amazing.
It's a pretty good fight.
this is a good fight, man.
Yeah. I think this. I don't want to jinx it. Might be a flawless, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, there it is. There
my
it is.
God.
All right, from
It might be a flawless disengagement.
yeah, from hero to zero in 2 hits. That was like a really good fight. I should have moved out of the corner.
Yeah.
I think I didn't want to get caught up in the hitbox of that spinning scythe, so I didn't do anything. But I definitely should have moved out of there. But before we talked about how nice of a fight it was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We literally
Oh,
jinxed
dude,
it.
whatever.
Yeah, we did.
And that's going back to the Armadillopack thing real quick. Even if I already have a shield, sometimes I'll take that into the death fight just so you can parry through those orbs that come at you, because it's a lot easier to not have to deal with those things homing after you as you're trying to survive.
Yeah, and I found out that
Also,
if
first
you-
phase Dracula.
Oh yeah. Oh, first phase Dracula with Armadillopack is just so funny.
Oh yeah. Oh, you just
Yeah.
roll through all of it, roll through everything, all of his fireballs. Yeah.
I love the fact that you just
Yeah.
did some exercise instead of going up the.
I know. I can't tell you why I did that. I was thinking the same thing too. I was like, dude, what are you doing? All right, so clearly there's a lot of biome confusion here where I'm saying, where do I want to go, right? So I'm assuming I'm probably thinking about incentivized, so I want to get extra cells and gold, obviously. But I'm probably also thinking about what do you call it? What has the highest
Sorry,
scrolls
go ahead.
too. Want to try to get the higher scrolls so that
Yeah.
way you can balance things out.
Yeah. And you have the
So-
bow and endless quiver, so it's perfect for Slumbering Sanctuary.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. This is gonna be a cakewalk.
I hope so.
Hope I didn't jinx it
Yeah, I
again.
know. Well, I know.
And you have voice axe.
Yeah, so I know I make it through, but I don't know how. I have no idea.
Oh, see how amazing Armadillopack is? You can just not
Yeah.
worry about a bunch of projectiles.
So my theory is that it is liked by a lot of beginner players, and I think pro players don't like that, and therefore they hate on it, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, and I kind of had that discussion with I think it was, oh man, it's a lot of good items. Anyways, I think I had that discussion with Sharkastic when they suggested a spiked boots throwing knives video for me to do. Like, they suggested this build, and the thing is, like, I just love being able to easily beat the game. So baseball bat, Armadillopack, playing survival with the holy trinity of mutations is just amazing. However, I feel like for newer players, and I do sometimes, I just go to Twitch and I watch random people playing Dead Cells, and I feel like sometimes people will like they will stick to something that they know works, like the stuff that we're talking about, and they won't try new stuff out. So I feel like, yeah, sometimes the community can be a little too passionate about stuff, and they may come out
Yeah.
too aggressively at stuff.
Sure.
But they're like the thing that they're trying to do is make people try out new builds, and make people
That's
use
true.
hand hook with the cat in your shoulder to get free crits, and make hand hook actually usable.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
I feel like that's it. But yeah, maybe maybe go a little easy on the way you're trying to say it.
Yeah. Sometimes on Reddit, I see a new player talking about something, and they think it's really good, and then there's always that person in the comment that says
Yeah, that
it
shuts them
sucks
down.
and you shouldn't use it. And I'm like, let them be happy,
Right.
you know?
Well, especially, I mean, if you're just starting out, like there's even just base weapons and, the first few blueprints you get, like there's a lot of options. You got 3 different gameplay styles. You got 20, 30 weapons right off the bat. And then you start unlocking stuff
Yeah.
with every run. Like if you find something you like, it's probably really easy to say, oh, good. I've been getting smashed into the ground the past 5 runs, but with this baseball bat, I can beat the game. So you want to like lean
Yeah.
into it
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And I always said that I think baseball bat is a little bit boring because how good it is. But I always said that for players, every player has a different skill ceiling, So if they can get 5BC with it, then please let it be in the game.
right.
Oh yeah, totally. Skill ceiling is the right word, is the right term for it. Sometimes you just like,
Yeah.
and that goes for all like difficult games. Sometimes you just don't have the time or the energy to just spend the 30 to 40 hours that are required to master a game like Dead Cells or a From Software game.
Exactly.
And oh my god, that was
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah, that was very clean.
Oh yeah. Oh, and the bow and quiver just doing work here. This is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
There's a challenge
Sometimes
rift.
when I'm watching,
There was a challenge rift on the corner there. I missed it. Am I going back for it? It's like right above where the guts are on the map. I noticed
even
I don't
saw
have
it.
the outlines on, so this was before I started turning all the outlines on. So I noticed I skipped it, and I was thinking back earlier, Daniel, where you were talking about people commenting, saying that you missed something. So
Yeah.
I just want to call that out in
Yeah.
case somebody sees it and I don't go back for it.
Okay.
Oops.
you did it first, so it's fine.
Right? Oh my god.
So I'm looking at your scroll count. 21, 2, and 1.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's fake tactics right there.
it is. And
Yeah, this is...
So the luck. So I've only gotten 1 off-color scroll this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Wow. Yes, this is a very lucky run so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised too. If I were doing this now, I probably would have taken disengagement, just because I would have wanted to finish the run. Make sure that I can get
Yeah.
it through since my HP is so low. But
In hindsight.
Yeah.
yeah, but I think Kill Rhythm's doing okay. It seems to be getting those projectiles out pretty quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like, sometimes I'm just watching you guys play, and both of you will just do stuff that's like so big brain, and sometimes you're just in the zone. Like every single time we did a collab, well, actually the second time where you were playing. But every time I'm just like watching you guys play. Sometimes I just know that you just zoned out, and you just played so well. And looking back,
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
There it is.
Yeah,
I walked over
your
it.
last collab.
I was gonna say, there's the 4th time I
Again.
walked over the challenge rift. I keep walking over it. Sorry.
You're just bragging that
Doesn't
you
matter.
don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah, but so Daniel, I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter.
I don't know if like what Modesto's kind of mentioning. Like sometimes when I play, it's almost like meditation, where like I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm not really
Yeah.
thinking hard about it, and then I'll go back and watch a
Yeah.
clip and be like, how did that happen?
Yep.
Yeah.
If
I
you
have
were
the
to
same thing
think
with my
about it,
gameplay.
you would have gotten hit.
Yeah, it's like the more you think about something, the more you're bringing the energy in that like you're playing to lose, and then you might get hit, and then you do get hit, and you say, You know.
That's it. You should never be afraid of getting hit, because if you play like that, you are going to get hit.
True.
I know that sounds very cheesy, but for me that is true. And also with curse tests, I always say take them always.
Oh yeah.
Because it makes you a better player, in my opinion.
Daniel, I think
What's the saying?
I think that might have been the first time I heard about you, or first time I saw your channel. I'm pretty sure that was the first comment you left. It might have been on my either 0BC or 1BC. And, you were just like, hey, you should take first chess all the time. And then I was like, and I think I pinned it, and I was like, that's great advice.
Yeah, you pinned it,
Yeah, I remember
I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, because it's just like, because like I was saying, for me, it's like, it does make you a better player, but from the perspective of trying to like get people wins, it like, you know, it can be tough, but like you're right, it's going to make you better, because if you get to 3 or 4 BC without taking curses, and then you have to start taking them, like your nerves can really get up there, you know. That can really affect you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but I love that this game is high risk, high reward. If you take the high risk, like do all the challenge with, do all the curse tests, you do a lot of damage. You can one shot bosses basically, and that's so cool.
Yeah, what's the saying? Is it like fear is the mind killer or something?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I wish there was a Portuguese version of that.
That's it. I think that was. I think that's from Dune. I think the novel Dune, I think, is where that phrase comes from.
Oh, nice. Good movie, by the way, right? I think I gotta watch that.
Yeah. So actually, I haven't seen the movie. I think there's two parts to it, right? I think the second one came out earlier this year or later last year or something. But I haven't seen either. But I've heard that they're both really good.
Oh no.
Let's see. Oh, this is fine. We're fine. We're good.
That was a clean elite. Not gonna lie.
Super easy. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna go back and recycle that food. I'm not. I probably looked at that food and said it's too far away. Like we were just talking about in the castle. I'm not gonna go back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Maybe just go over the rift one more time.
Right. Just for good measure. Just for good measure, you know. Oh, that's so funny. And that's part of the, you know, the whole accessibility and outlines thing. Like that's part of why I love it, because you don't have to think. You don't have to really think about it. It's just sort of, it just pops up. And I think maybe it was like last week, I can't remember what their name was, but someone posted a comment being like, hey, do you think that the outlines are cheating? And I said, no. I mean, it's just something that you can turn on, because it's, you know, some folks just might not have the ability to see these things. Some people's eyesight are not as good. And then it could be on the opposite. You know, someone like me, I've been playing this game for so long that, like, you know, I put in my time. I don't want to look for the rifts. I just want them to show up. You know what I mean? After playing whatever 4 years or 5 years without it, like I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and
there is a video from Motion Twin when they explained it, why they did it, and they basically said it was like a designer mistake where you're fighting enemies, and then you don't see it, and then you miss it.
Right.
Because they are meant to be picked up instead of walking past by them.
Right.
Oh man, it's really good necklace.
Yeah, because I think.
Yeah, that's. I think I remember watching this video.
Yeah, I think it was when they announced the accessibility update, because I feel like they were expecting a lot of pushback from people, because that's when they also put in the assist mode and like all of that other stuff too.
Yeah.
But that's just like so good, you know. The more people that are able to play the game, the better.
100%.
Of course.
100%. Yeah, and you know the argument of like, you know, it's not a multiplayer game. You're not putting on assist mode to take 20% damage and then you're going in combat with other people. It's like you're just chilling. You're chilling at your desk. You're chilling on your couch.
Yeah.
Like who cares? You know, who cares?
Exactly. I made a video on how to turn it on, because I get a question a lot. You know. So I made a video and someone was commenting, if you turn this on, this is a crime. And I'm like, dude, it's not that deep.
Right.
It's not. And even when you consider, like, if you're going over like the multiplayer argument, every time that you're playing a multiplayer game, and I play a lot of FPSs, and like the finals and Call of Duty and stuff,
Yeah.
you're always looking for that competitive edge from that thing that make you a better player than the other player that you're facing. And like for shooters, for example, you're always gonna look for, like, if you want to play the game like seriously, and if you're not just like casually going through, you're gonna go through a video on YouTube on like the best settings to play Warzone or the best settings to play X game or whatever, and you're gonna use that because, like, if you lower your graphical settings, you can see better on the grass and the enemies can hide less, and those are the things that you have to do to be able to perform well on competitive games. And I feel like Dead Cells is a little bit of that, in a sense where, like, you're always trying to, the game is always like pushing back against you in a way, and it's the design, you know, it's like From Software games, Souls-likes, those games are like this. So you have to constantly fight the game.
Yeah.
And every step that you can take towards the win is like a small step, but it's a long way. So you need all the competitive edge you can get, right?
Yeah, that's something. Like I love Returnal too. Like Returnal is another one of my favorite games. And one of the things that I do when I play that is I think there's an auto aim, and I think it's either set to low or medium by default, but I put it up to high because there's so much stuff going on in that game. There's no repercussion for it. And just like you were saying, Modesto, about like trying to get the competitive edge, like if you've seen Returnal, there are all different colors of projectiles and all different kinds of shapes. It's super fast. So like if I have someone, you know, if I'm going to be able to hit 5 bullets instead of 3 because of the auto aim as I'm like running for my life, I'm going to take that option. That's fine. You know, it doesn't hurt anybody, doesn't disable any trophies. It's just part of the experience, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
And Return is a hard game.
It is brutal. It is brutal.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like the Return. It's like the Return to the Gungeon. Is that what the game is called?
Oh, Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the Gungeon. Yeah, there we go. It's like that, but on 3D. Some bosses.
It's crazy. Daniel, have you played Returnal?
I have not played it, but I'm going to play it with a friend real soon. So I'm looking forward to it because I only heard good stories about it.
It's
that's an amazing game to play with friends.
The one thing I would say is that especially early on, the deaths are brutal. You can lose a run really quickly. So don't get. I mean, you have tons of experience, obviously, but just don't get discouraged. Because I remember when I was playing, I did the same thing. A friend and I played it together, and after maybe like 4 or 5 hours, I was so upset. I was like, as he was playing, I was like on my phone googling like Returnal sucks, so that way like I could feel, so I could feel better about myself since we kept losing. You know, I was trying to find other people that were upset. But it's an amazing.
Man, it sucks now. But these games are trial and error, and I try to tell people that on Reddit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. It's like, you know, similar but different to like Modesto was mentioned, like FromSoft games. Like you have to, in FromSoft games, you need to learn the mechanics. You need to learn the very specific patterns of bosses and when you can punish. But with here, it's like you need to learn all these tiny little pieces, and it's almost like every level is a test, where it's testing your knowledge on like, what about this enemy? What happens if you have this trap by this other enemy? And like you kind of have to think of all these things on the fly, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I love like the memes surrounding like harder games like this, where it's like making fun of the fact that it's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Like me when I'm not able to hit an enemy after he has been attacking for 30 seconds straight.
Yep.
Trying to attack one extra time after dodging for 5 minutes and getting killed.
God, that is very much Elden Ring for sure. Especially some of those later bosses. You're like, it's almost like you're taking a gymnastics class, and you're just like you're dancing and rolling around for 30 seconds to find the one window where you can have one attack. It's wild. Wild.
Yeah, I never play those games, but sometimes I see it and I see boss and I'm like, how the hell? When do you attack?
That's the neat thing. You don't.
Yeah,
You don't.
You just.
I have a
summon.
friend and he's ridiculously good at these games, and he plays them and in a few days he completed it every time.
wow.
And I don't know how he does it.
Yeah. Yeah, like being good at from games should be like a Olympic sport.
Yeah, he also played Dead Cells. He only did 0BC and 1BC, and then he was bored. But he did it in like 4 hours or something.
Oh wow.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, he is so good in gaming. I know him from Destiny 2, and there you have like also dungeons, and that's a 3-man activity. But there are also achievements when you do it solo and when you do it flawless, when you don't die. And well, if he does a dungeon and it comes out, we do it with the 3 of us, and then a few days later, he does it in a couple of hours and he's done.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are people that are way too good at this game. Like,
Yeah.
I like to watch. I like to watch people play games that are way too hard for me to play myself.
Yeah.
And there's like tournaments for beating Dark Souls without getting hit, and whoever does it the fastest, right?
Wow.
They are gonna
That's
beat the game
insane,
without getting
man.
hit. Then it's up to who does it
Yeah.
first. Like, imagine how crazy that is.
There are some other people too
but
that.
you did.
Go ahead, Daniel. Sorry, man.
I'm sorry. Sorry. No, it doesn't matter. You did the Cursed Sword only. That was an awesome video, man.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I've played Cursed Sword so much.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's so hard. If you make the tiniest mistake, you're dead.
Didn't you take
Yeah.
a challenge rift in that video?
Oh yeah, multiple.
Okay.
Multiple
Three.
challenges.
Yeah, that's all right. Because I remember that being like, oh my god, this dude is crazy. This is crazy. I would be there with like legendary ice armor, foresight, like a blanket. I'd be like, get me out of here.
Yeah. Well, I have done that. You make that suggestion for V.me video. That was you, right?
Yeah, it was.
Foolproof Curse Sword video that he did. I think it was from you, and then I tried it out, and it was so much fun.
It is. It's like it's the only way, in my opinion, for you to like use the Cursed Sword as a casual player.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I know when you locked yourself out. You were at the Hand of the King or something, and you grabbed that other one, and you couldn't use both of them.
Oh, the double legendaries. The double legendary.
Yeah.
Stop it, guys,
And you
please.
posted that on YouTube, and I was like, no.
I'm gonna cry, I swear to God. I forgot about it. You guys are triggering me.
Oh, sorry, man.
All right. So does that mean you don't want me to put a link to it in the description?
Hey, I can do it.
Just please don't. Oh, you don't want me to open the video right now and let's watch it together and all have a laugh?
Oh, that's
no,
funny.
Please.
We'll do that next time. That'll be our next next hangout.
Next collab.
Oh, that's
making
so
fun of
funny.
me, okay?
I know you make that a little bit of troll video where you said I did it again and then you died at Dracula, and it was so funny how you reacted to it. Oh no, I died.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
It was crazy.
Oh,
Like,
so
Yeah.
real quick, I want to show
go
you
ahead.
guys. So the if you have like I got electrodynamics and I had Death Orb and Scarecrow sights or sickles or whatever. So each individual skill has its own trigger for electrodynamics. So if you use the skill that you drop and then use the skill that you keep, you can instantly get all 3 instead of having to wait for a cooldown.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just love doing that.
It's so good.
And it's even better now that the orbs don't get destroyed by lava as easily.
That's something else I forgot was in that
Oh,
patch.
yeah.
Because if you take it to Cavern or Spoiler Biome or whatever, like it's really frustrating when you get there and then all of a sudden your orbs are gone, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes you don't notice it and you think, why am I doing less damage? And it's like, oh yeah, that's why.
Where are the balls?
God. All right, so let's see. Hopefully this is a pretty straightforward, easy giant fight. Oh, there we go. See, as soon as I said it, I took a hit. Every time. Every time, man. Yep.
And I feel like I think it happens with both of those, but either the bow and endless quiver or the card, they kind of throw off enemies' attacks a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's actually like the bow, because I don't think the enemies can handle being stuck with so many arrows.
Yeah. I think that's also the thing with Queen's Rapier. It slows enemies, and it doesn't say it in the description.
Oh, like
yeah.
the
But it's especially
reality
noticeable
slice.
with the Hand of the King.
Like the reality slice will slow him down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of end lag.
So, Giant, I have a question for you, because I like it very much, but Modesto hate it. What do you think about melee?
I like melee. I don't like it.
You like it?
I don't
Okay.
like it on bosses that often because it will throw off my attack pattern. But in biomes, I love it. I use it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, in my defense, melee has grown on me a bit.
I was
Over
just
the past-
curious.
Over the past couple months. I've actually grown to like it, and I'm gonna go for a tier list with mutations, and it might surprise you guys.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is.
But it's totally okay to not like it. But I was just curious how Giant like.
Yeah,
like
especially with faster weapons. You know, one of the quote unquote like easy builds for me is you just take Panchaku, melee, frostbite, and then just go to
Combo.
town, and that's it. Combo, exactly, and then you just shred with it. You just shred with it.
That's the exact
Also,
reason why
Corrupted
I'm
Prison.
really. Sorry.
Sorry, Corrupted Prison with melee is so easy. I think with the slammers.
Oh
yeah,
absolutely.
totally.
Yeah, because they're vicious. So just having any sort of pause
They
on
are.
those
Yeah.
is super helpful. So Modesto, you mentioned you might be doing a tier list about mutations. Are you?
Oh yeah.
How
Ooh.
now? So now that the update's out, you're gonna start doing tier lists. How are you feeling about knowing that like everything that you need to review is already out? You're like you have everything ready to go. So are you are you excited for it, or how are you feeling?
I am actually. I just released it. The melee weapons tier lists.
Oh wait, like it's out?
It's out. It's out.
Oh my god! When I didn't even know.
Yeah, that's out. I saw.
When did you put it
a
out?
little bit.
Like, I just left it to process.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and I think it got released like in the middle of the night.
Oh my god! I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It-
this
it-
is
it's
so
just out.
exciting! Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is great.
It's literally 3 hours and 20 minutes long.
Dude, I cannot wait. I'm legitimately so stoked right now because I know we talked about it yesterday, but I didn't realize that it was going to be out so soon. So this is great,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my god.
Me too. I think my internet got blessed by some god because I uploaded the video in like 1 hour and 15 minutes, and the thing that took the longest time was like the processing, YouTube's processing and stuff. You know?
Sure. Oh yeah, with the longer videos like that, it takes, even when it's uploaded, it can take hours to just process. Yeah. Wow.
But
You know what I did with
it
that though?
happened. What?
I scrolled what you said about Bloodsword, and I totally agreed by everything you said. But I was just curious.
Oh yeah. I know it's your
but you
favorite,
were right.
and I
you
love
were
it.
right.
And I mean, I as I said in the video, I might have judged things unfairly, right?
No, it's your experience.
Right.
Nobody can say what your experience is.
Hour-long
so-
video. I don't even remember like the middle part. What was I talking about? You know?
as someone who has put out very long tier lists, it makes me feel less crazy since like your first tier list was like just as long as mine. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay, here we go. If you put out a tier list and it was like 20 minutes long, I would have been like, oh no, I talk so much. So this is great, dude. It's great. Oh my God.
Yeah, and this video was like so long that a lot of things happened in the middle of it. I was using OBS, and I would just like record a couple minutes, and I would pause, and I would come back like 8 to 9 hours later, and OBS would still be there with the pause symbol.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like in the middle of it, Beatrice went over to my house here.
Yeah.
And she was like practicing for her final thesis. And then she even did a cameo for the video. I'm not sure if I timestamped it.
I saw it. Yeah, you
just unpaused the
it.
recording, and I was like, Beatrice, dude, I've been recording this for 2 days. Please don't mess with my computer. But she was using it to present her final thesis, right? Show the slide thing. And she had to use it, you know?
Oh.
So that video went through like a lot of stuff, you know?
Wow, that sounds so stressful, dude. Imagine like one wrong click and then you get to start over. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I have no idea how to edit videos. So the whole thing about me doing a single take was because I was doing the timestamps as I was recording the video. Like I would talk about a weapon.
Yeah.
And then I would pause, and then I would write the time, and then I would go over to the next weapon, and that would be the timestamp for the next weapon, right? And if I recorded in pieces, I would not be able to do that past the first recording session, you know, unless I added up the times, and I could not be bothered.
So you got to do next time, you got to do it all in one sitting. The next time you do something, dude, like if you do ranged or mutations, just sit down and talk for 4 hours straight. You're gonna. It's when I've done that. It's like by the time I'm done, it's like I go cross-eyed. Like it's like I need to like lay in bed after I'm done with one of my tier list videos. It's just so much.
Yeah, me too. I just like I couldn't look at my computer. I've been watching Game of Thrones because I don't want to wait for the books to get released and die before knowing the ending of the series.
Oh.
And I just couldn't be. I really wanted to watch, but I was too tired. My eyes were like, they felt like they were bleeding or something.
God.
But yeah, but melee. Please tell me that's it. There are more melee weapons than there are ranged weapons, right?
Yes.
I think it is.
Okay, thank God.
There is, yeah. I think mutations, I think there's 50. I'm trying to think the only numbers I remember. I think mutations are like 57 or something like that, or 58 or whatever. And I think there's 13 or 14 shields or something. But melee weapons are the biggest by far, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. So we're fine.
Yeah. You already got through the worst part. You already got through the worst part. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's great. I've been having fun just chilling. I think it's really funny that like all of us are watching gameplay, but I haven't said anything about what's going on, what we're doing.
Well, I saw you got hand hook.
I did. I got the hand hook blueprint. Yep. So this was as always, like as people probably know now, I like to play on files that are not 100% complete, so it makes it more interesting for me.
Cool.
So then so we got the bow that I'm using from a blueprint earlier, and then got the hand hook blueprint. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, and it's such a fresh take on the game, you know, being able to unlock stuff and go to the collector and unlock stuff that you can use that it's colorless. It's amazing. It's something that I don't remember the last time that I did.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
I gotta ask, you were talking about... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
You were talking about in earlier versions that you collect blueprints, but if you didn't go to the collector, you lost them anyway.
Yes. So
Was that a thing?
yeah, so if you had a blueprint and you didn't actually talk to the collector, because what would happen is you talk to the collector, an animation would play that unlocks the blueprints. If you just walked through that room and you died, you'd lose all the blueprints that you had.
Mm-hmm.
No way, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
That would happen to me so much.
Yep.
I'm so glad they changed it before I started playing.
Yeah. And then
it's so funny.
And then as far as unlocking
games.
stuff, you couldn't unlock anything on 5BC. You had to unlock it on earlier. So even if you got a blueprint, you couldn't pay for it in cells unless you went down.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
because a certain character isn't there anymore.
Yeah, because reasons, but that was one of the best things is when they allowed people to unlock stuff on 5BC, because that just felt like a demo in that respect,
Yeah.
And
Do you know what I also
don't-
find funny? That when I go to Spoiler Biome, I always warn my viewers from, hey, if you want to experience this yourself, don't watch. And then you have Motion Twin and put it in the trailer and, yo, here
my
it is.
God. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow! So I
feel
unlocked Handhook. We're taking this into the Servants fight.
And it's gonna be amazing.
Oh wow! Okay, here we go. Yeah,
This is cool.
Talk about not knowing what's going to come up. Right here we go.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh wow!
And
This
you're
is
going for
interesting.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's gonna be a great fight.
I wonder
sure.
if I was thinking. So I only had those two blueprints, right? There was I think it was the Death outfit or a Giant outfit, and then Handhook. I wondered if I was just like, okay, I've already beaten this on 5BC. I don't care if I lose. Let me just grab Handhook and try something different. That might have been it. That could have been what happened here, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, Heart of Ice.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're gonna be hitting them with the axe.
Yeah, and then probably Soldier yeah. There we go. Okay.
Soldier,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Good. Well, I guess one of the other good things
Sometimes
is that going the DLC route, there's no spoilers in this one. So it's a 5BC video that anybody can watch and not have to worry about
That's cool.
special stuff,
Yeah.
Spoiler free.
Yeah. I mean, the only spoiler I'll give is that the run does end in a win. So there's I don't die here, so that's good.
Yay.
But, right? Oh my God.
With the build that you have, that actually makes it more interesting.
Right?
I find it such a hard fight, this one.
Oh yeah.
So what's
Me too.
She was going off fast.
Yeah, what's your least favorite part about this fight, Daniel? Is it like one of the bosses or the climb?
The climbing and how strict it is with the damage for the flawless. If you get hit by a flame once, your flawless is gone.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think they should made it that if you are hit by a boss, one of the servants, that should trigger the flawless or not going to be flawless, but not the flames.
Yep. There's I was just talking about this on Discord with someone a couple days ago. We were talking about outfits, and they asked what my favorite outfit was, and I said one of them was Flawless Servant, just because I know I never have to do that again on that save file. For that specific reason, I have clips where I think it's 7 or 8 damage from a flame, and I lose it, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me! It's so small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. One time I thought I got it, and then I was apparently hit by a flame, and I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, it sucks. It's like 1 tick of damage. It's not even 1%. It's 1 tick of damage.
Yeah.
But I
But
feel
it is
like
a very
every
original fight.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I was gonna say, I feel like every single game that's from this genre has a sort of boss fight that's has you running away from stuff. And I just remember that. Do you guys remember Ori and the Blind Forest?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then there's the sequel. Those are like amazing games, and they have each one of them has like one boss fight that's like you're running away from a hazard and also from a boss.
I remember in the first Ori there was that tree and it would fill with water and you had to like make your way all the way to the top as it was flooding. That was unbelievable. That was a great event.
That was so cool.
And it was so hard, so incredibly hard. I remember like trying that fight, and it's like it's barely 2 minutes long, but it's so difficult that I kept restarting. And the soundtrack is just amazing, but you restart so much that you start getting tired.
So when you put something else on, you listen to some other music or whatever, right? Yeah.
I can't bear to listen to the first 15 seconds of the same OST over and over again.
This is a good fight, man. Not gonna lie.
Let's see if I get hit now. Right now that we said. No, thank you. Yeah,
I have so much trouble with Cleo. I think she's the hardest one of them all.
Oh, she just disappeared.
Yeah.
Cleo is the Tonfa one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she is.
Yep. Oh wow, yeah, this wasn't too bad.
Like,
and if I know that there's nothing on the line for the flawless, because there's no what do you call it? There's no flawless door after this fight, and I already had the outfit, so that's when I'll be more aggressive with the servants on the way up, because I don't care if I take a couple hits if I can get them out of the way earlier, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Wow. All right. Not bad. Not bad.
Amazing fight.
There we go. So I only got... Oh, so I didn't go to any food shops, because I used a couple of potions earlier on in the run, and it looks like I didn't restock on those, so... Going into Queen with 1 flask and hand hook. So scrolls are good though. 35 scrolls. That's not too bad. 35 scrolls is
good luck.
Is chunky. Yeah, thanks. You know. Oh, that's great.
This has been an amazing video. Like an amazing watch.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad that like when we were talking about doing what we wanted to do. I think all of us in our own way had a little bit of live recording fatigue. Maybe from doing our own videos.
Yeah.
So it's great that we can. It's almost like we're just watching a movie, right? We're just chilling and watching a movie. No one has to play or do anything. You know, it's great.
Like we're watching a show
Also,
that everyone has watched. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because it's so warm now, I don't record as much as I want to, but that's also the reason why.
Oh, is it hot there?
Yeah. It's not as hot
like
as some other countries, but it sticks in the house for a long time, and that's annoying.
Yeah. It's really hot here in Brazil as well. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. Ooh. If you get the timing wrong, damn.
Oh yeah, because when you get hit by those, like if there are multiple.
Oh boy!
Damn.
Here we go. Here we go. And she's using my own boy's axes against me. Did you see that? She was spinning it when she was...
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and she's so erratic from the... Oh my god.
There it is.
I'm on the edge of my seat, literally.
Me too.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
That was an amazing last phase, man.
Thank you. Whew. I was going to say, I know I win. I knew
you did it so well.
I knew the run was a success, but even watching that, I'm sitting here just like you. I was like, "Oh my god, this is too intense! This is too intense!" You know? Oh my god! But yeah, it's like you were saying, Modesto. It's like we're all watching a movie that we're familiar with. You know, we know what it is, and we can just kind of watch it. You know.
And just talk about it.
Yeah, but that's the end of the run, guys. So we made it. Successful run past DG. But thank you guys both for taking the time to do this. I love talking with both of you individually, but being able to all hop on a call and do this was amazing.
Oh yeah,
super
the
stoked.
group chat.
That was a very good run.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything that you wanna say to wrap up, but I'll just say everyone that's watching, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the run. Hope you enjoyed the collab with these great dudes, and good luck out there.
Oh yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you so much, and see you in the next one. Take care.